Hey everybody, Asher here, back with some more Hearthstone where we are continuing to get that stupid card back, or at least die trying. I don't know the best place to start here. We're rank 13 right now. I did play a little bit off camera, and it's always one of those things of like you play off camera and you have some stories to tell. You can see that I'm doing deck 1.1 now. The big change is actually swapping out one of the whirlwinds for Harrison Jones. That's mainly because, well, I got a win away from, actually a turn away from rank 12. Made a misplay at the very end of a game versus a Nazoth style control warrior. And, well, let's put it that way. I tilted afterwards. And that's one of the things where sometimes you just gotta realize, let's stop for a little bit. So I dropped back down, dropped a few games. There are some games where I didn't make good decisions, but there are some games too where, whereas the first run of games that I did in the stream, I was running into a lot of warlocks. Now I'm running into a lot of weapon classes, so Harrison Jones has a lot more value. And I lost 2 games specifically because, well, there's no guarantee you ever draw into Harrison, and I'm glad I got the War Axe here. There's no guarantee you ever draw into Harrison, but when your opponent has 2 Doom Hammers, and he actually gets to get all 16 attacks off, yeah, you really wish you had Harrison in your deck. So this is a really good mulligan. We'll see how this goes. One of the issues that I could face as well here is that I'm wanting to stick with this deck because it's pretty consistent. But I'm always open to switching it up. The bigger part, there's kind of 2 stages of the Legend climb. And this is not from my own personal experience. It's from talking to plenty of other people who've done the same thing. The first stage is just getting to rank 5. And getting to rank 5 is a lot about playing games, taking the time. You can have a sort of marginal win percentage as long as you can keep yourself motivated to play, because there's bonus stars for win streaks. So as long as you play a deck that's fairly consistent and stay within your percentages and stuff, you can work it out pretty well here. I'm going to play War Axe. Hopefully he doesn't have ooze or anything to punish with it, but considering I can curve out with minions later, we may be in decent shape. So we have 2 War Axes, which is amazing, amazing tempo. Also, I will say that my buddy Malkaruk finally did hand me a, what do you call it? Yeah, Arcanite Reaper. And I lost that game where I actually got an Arcanite Reaper. So that's a little funny. Much better to play this with this board state. Especially when I have coined Blood to Ichor, Bloodhoof Brave. Which against Warrior, there's some question in terms of if it's better to damage your Bloodhoof Brave and then have it get executed anyway. Because pretty much every Warrior list runs execute. So I am going ahead and diving into the games. I haven't really given too many people a chance to necessarily get in here yet. But I'm going to be playing for a while today, so, okay, I will accept that 3 for 4 trade. That's just going to be how it goes today. We have a 4-drop. So what kind of deck is he playing? He has a South Sea Deckhand, a Kor'kron Elite. If it's a Pirate Warrior, he's missed out on all of his Pirates. So, or he's wary of playing him because I have the War Axe. And he's probably justified in doing that because I have the War Axe. I have lots of options. But I do value, since I only have 1 Acolyte of Pain right now, I do value trying to get 2 card draws off that if I can. So there's the Reaper. He's not going to attack into it. This would have been an amazing turn to draw Harrison, actually, but we'll do it like this instead. So Acolyte. Do I just armor up here? Maybe. I'm going to hold on to the coin for now. I have a feeling I'm going to need it for a bigger play. Or I could just go ahead and draw an Armor Smith. This increases the Battle Rage potential. This increases, if he does have a Whirlwind effect, he'll be giving me plenty of armor. So Harrison's in my deck just for issues like this. He'll want to attack into that before Whirlwinding. I'm trying to give him a reason to maybe not do that. If he elects to execute the Acolyte of Pain, well, at least he's not using an execute on something else, although denying card draw is a great way to wreck Tempo Warrior a little bit.
What now?
But right now, I do have board control, so that's a plus. I'm not sure what he's thinking of doing to the Armor Smith. But yeah, that's, I guess one of the things is that when I say I went tilt, I was a little disappointed with myself. I ended up playing Overwatch, having a pretty good time with that. Oh my god, I really need Harrison right now. Really need Harrison right now. Can I get Harrison? So second core Kron, I can deal with that. Would prefer to slam it. That's a Varian. It's not really what I want. But we do have a monkey. And I am going to face tank this. I mean, why do we have Harrison in the deck? It's one of those things where it's like, there's so many games where you go through and you say to yourself, do you draw it when you need it? Do you have it when you need it? Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? But at the very end of the day, it's all about playing percentages, which is why I was trying to say I got a little disappointed with how I went tilt. Because I'm trying my best not to put pressure on myself, considering it's where I am in the month, and while I do have goals for how high up I rank up, it's not going to be conquered today, so he's just literally going face. It's a little bit problematic. Would still love Harrison here. I guess he's seeing that he doesn't have a lot of stuff. Rattling Ghoul's actually good here. Let's see if we can draw. Let's see if we can BS our way into another play here. Rag is good for next turn. You want to go face? I think face is the place. Actually got 3 draws unless he executes this. 2 draws off the Acolyte is good. 3 is fantastic when you can get it. So I've got more of a board. He has a big axe that he can wave around. He's had to run it into 2 of my taunts. I barely have a higher effective health pool. I have Rag next turn. That may not be the right play depending on what he drops. I don't. Here's the issue is that I don't really know what his game plan is. If it's just a straight up face deck, that's fine. I mean, deckhand both of these. This all screams face warrior. Second Reaper. All right. Once again, Harrison Jones. Any day now. Any day now. That's not Harrison Jones. All right. He doesn't lethal me with Grom this turn. Alright. So we can see if we can stay 1 turn ahead of him or what. I mean, is there a play if he Inner Rages? I guess I can't remember if Inner Rage is 1 mana or 0 mana. Because 0 mana cards, that's one of the things where it's like, well, what do we do? What do we do? He's been holding on to some stuff the whole game. I can tell from the little thing, because I'm using the Hearthstone deck tracker, which of course you can't see on the stream or the YouTube video. Hello to those of you who might be watching in YouTube land here. Looks like our... I've been having some internet issues all day today. My Free Play Friday video for this week, which is Enter the Gungeon, which will be up by the time this is up on YouTube, is a half gig file. And a half gig file will typically... Oh my god, does he actually have a... He does! He was 1 off lethal? Oh man. Oh god, that was good. That was good. I never hit the concede button, but oh man. Alright, I didn't even think about Leroy, but he was holding on to Leroy the whole time, so straight up face warrior. Respect for that. Especially with a lot of people playing slower decks, which is one reason I'm not climbing with control. Is because you'll lose games that you feel like you should win against face decks and hyper aggro decks like that. But you're having a lot of copycats now that are running a lot of control, so face is getting a little more viable. Face Hunter, still not seeing it yet, but that could change. But yeah, got the Leroy there. Once again, I was a little more scared of Gramash, which he probably also had. So here's a probably Zoolock, so we'll draw him to Harrison right away this time. But we got the Axe too, so that's fine. I'm finding more and more the more I play that I really just want to mulligan as hard as humanly possible for Fiery War Axe. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Get it out! Get it out!
Possessed Villager, not that exciting. We can pass. There's better axe targets than that. Dark Peddler. Decent axe target. I have coin. I don't particularly like Zoo on coin. We have a good curve. Would love to get a Whirlwind effect. There's one. I mean, running 3 Whirlwinds instead of 4 is just fine. We have Fierce Monkey the next turn. Bloodhoof Brave turn after that. We have an axe to contest. A lot of stuff. He's going to have me run my axe into Peddlers. That helps. I have a crazy dog who's barking out back, so I'll probably get that a second. Good. Flamette, much better target. Plus, it doesn't let him kill this thing when I drop it. So let's see. I'll do this real quick. Gonna grab a dog, and then I'll hit the intern button. Alright, so the point I was making before was that Enter the Gungeon. The video that I made was about a ½ gigabyte. That typically takes about 45 minutes or so to upload. 45 minutes to an hour on my connection speed. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, for some reason today is taking like 3 or 4 hours. Makes no sense. I mean, I'm sure there's a plausible explanation. Wow, actually dropping the Soulfire right away. Okay. Feeling decent about my position. I would love a second Whirlwind here, but I'm not going to get it yet. So we're just going to slow roll this. He'll probably tap into Power Overwhelming. He's already played his 2 Dark Peddler cards. So, Gormick. Gormick McCarthy, okay. It's a good one to hold on to. Did I just get Zooed this early? So, Malcrook doesn't really help me very much. What's the better play here? Because I have a Blood to Ichor possibility. I think just dropping Fierce Monkey and then Frothing and trying to bait out a better Whirlwind could be good. Like he got a pretty fast start. I got a weapon, but I mean, this is what happens with Zoo. Sometimes Zoo just beats you up. I feel like I'm at an advantage against Zoo. I honestly was beating... by the time I got on my win streak, I got on a pretty good rhythm with taking out Zoo guys later on. But Varian's a card that's not terribly relevant, so that's good. I baited that out. The question is he going to find a way to deal with this? Because we are definitely in danger. That's a bad card. We might just be dead right here. I think we're actually dead. Alright. Unfortunately, there's no great way for me to Whirlwind and take out the other thing.
I strike.
And I know technically I could have done that second, but I really wanted to go ahead, take some more damage on the board. Armor up. He has to deal with this in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of things that still kill us. But part of the issue with Zoo is that sometimes they are just going to get a faster start than you, and there's not a lot you can do. That's where Harrison Jones doesn't work very well. And sometimes finding that second whirlwind is going to be key. Because I personally think Tempo Warrior has an advantage over Zoo. Oh, great. But it's like a 60-40 advantage. So is this Power Word Tentacles as well? No, it's not. Are we still in trouble? You bet your ass we are. Oh, good! Alright. So he now gets to control this. Alright. Armorsmith's alright. Malcrook is a really big gamble. Because there's a lot of weapons I can get that don't give me the proper thing that I need. Armorsmith at least can test the board. I guess the question is, if I don't armor up, I can end the turn with 3 armor. This thing will die. I could still possibly Malcrook next turn, but I need to take out the Juggler. That's just going to be too much. With potential tentacles in play. And at least right now, I said I have... Okay, I'm looking at the cards that I haven't gotten yet. I haven't gotten any slams. I haven't gotten any battle rages. I guess if I'm taking notes from my matches here, I tend to succeed. There's the power overwhelming. I tend to succeed versus Zoo when I get my card cycle. Alright, yeah, there's the win. And when I don't actually get my card cycle, I'm just screwed. And I didn't get any slams, I didn't get any battle rages, I did not get my Acolyte of Pain, and he was able to dig deeper into his deck than I was. So, lesson learned. I don't even have my like little scorecard up here. Let's fix that. What's our today's stream? We're at 12-5. Off camera, I went a little better than that. And it's funny because the Hearthstone deck tracker doesn't actually have the list or have like all the stats, because once again, played some games on my phone or played games on a tablet. And I mean, it is possible that we switch up decks. You never just want to go and say, okay, after 2 matches, we just give up and play something else. We'll play a few games of Tempo Warrior. And if it looks like we need to do something else, if the call is to face something a little bit different, either we adjust this deck again or we do something else. Because if I'm facing a lot of... Okay, Paladin. What is the Paladin going to be today? I think I will keep Ravaging Ghoul. But I really want a War Axe. I mean, if it's N'Zoth Paladin, this is going to be interesting, because I have not seen that in such a long time on Ladder. So, okay, notes for some matchups. Like, I actually found that I had some trouble with the mid-range Hunter. And talking to a few people that play mid-range, what it pretty much boils down to is, do I get War Axe or not? And in the games that I played Hunter, pretty much to a T, I won when I got War Axe, I lost when I didn't get War Axe. I just tended to miss War Axe a lot. Let's see. So for Zoo, I'll have to check back with some things, but I did beat Zoo on some top decks sometimes. Okay, so this is Token Aggro. Very good keep for the Ravaging Ghoul. I guess one question is going to be, how greedy do I want to get? Because I don't have a ton of Whirlwind effects right now. But I don't want to get Blessing of Kinged either. He's played Coin. Let's just 2 for 1 here. We can figure it out and see if we can get a neater, cleaner turn play next turn. Rallying Blade. Alright, this is the weenie decks I was talking about. They're making a comeback. So no minions with Divine Shield to give that to. That's a positive.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Alright, so he kills that as well. This is part of the fun is that I'm playing against something that I really don't know how to play against. Nice. It's like, I don't mind hanging around on these ranks sometimes if it helps me become a better player. That's the mentality I need to come into here, is that I've got to kind of keep my head in case. Okay, second rally. So he drew both of those, which is a key card for this deck. He drew both of those within the top of his hand. Alright. Well, we didn't do so awful either. I got a lot of cycle as is, so we'll slam. Don't like doing it that way, but we gotta take some damage off the board. So there's the Blessing of Kings that I was a little concerned about. At least he left that open to execute.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, Varian does not help us at all. Alright, still one of these here. I need to contest the board. I hate just dropping this like this. But I'm not going to trust my ability to slam into something else. On the other hand, I'm not really going to have a lot of options. This is where Battle Rage can sometimes stink pretty bad. I'd rather armor up here. I could Battle Rage for one, but it doesn't really do anything for me this turn. There's no way he lets this live. Absolutely no way. Is that the second Blessing of Kings? Is he just like got all of his big cards first? Or is this going to be... yeah. So, within his first 10 cards of his deck, he got Blessing of Kings, 2 Blessings of Kings, 2 Rallying Blades. Well, on the bright side, we do get a Slam. We do get a Ravaging Ghoul. It doesn't do a ton for us. Guess we just play it out. Ramash will deal with that okay. What I really want to do is to get a Battle Rage that gets me more than one card, though. Alright. Okay, floating card.
Nothing scares me, except mice.
Alright, Armor Smith's good. I don't think we have a choice but to Grom here.
Taste my blade.
So that's 4 health. He can kill it with what's on board and actually keep up this guy, but that's just too much of a threat.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's
Jesus.
here.
So is he going to go face now is the question. This is where I suddenly need my other Whirlwind, isn't it? Alright.
Reporting for duty.
So we got pressured a lot. Blood to Ichor doesn't do very much for me. I guess it's YOLO Variant time. So War Axe does nothing. Execute does nothing. Frothing Berserker at least does something. But have I taken too much damage already? What other burst potential does he have? If that's a second Divine Favor, I am so screwed. Oh look, where's Harrison? Where's Harrison Jones?
Reporting for duty.
Alright. He's gonna get greedy here. Well, he's gotta kill the Frothing. He's not killing the Frothing. Oh man. Can we punish? I don't think we can.
For the glory of Stormwind.
Oh, I misplayed there. I could have gotten some free armor. Oh, screw it. We'll save it. We're gonna tell ourselves that we're saving our mana to see if we can get a better play here. Blood to Icker's good. Whirlwind is great. If he has Consecrate, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. But hey, look at this. Harrison Jones locked in at the bottom of our deck. We could have gotten a lot of armor out of that we didn't do. Alright. Are we stable is the question. I don't know if we are for sure. But I could have gotten way more than 2 armor there. Alright, so Peacekeeper's good for him.
Reporting for duty.
Alright. That's not a Harrison. Alright, let's go ahead. Just do it this way.
Armor made to fit.
Blood to Icar here. Second War Axe. Rag is good. Malcrook is good.
Armor made to fit.
Did we get just enough?
For the glorious.
We're close. I don't think there's any way he can burst me and get through this, but I have 2 cards left in my deck. One of them is Harrison Jones. That's how this goes, isn't it? Alright. Is there a way he can kill me?
Reporting for duty.
Not really.
The victory.
Well, that was good. Like I said, these decks are starting to appear more and more, and they can punish control decks that can't necessarily get out and play very fast, but I've really needed Harrison in 2 of my games now, and he's just taking his time. Let's check and make sure he's actually in the deck. I know for a fact he's in the deck. I took a screenshot of it for putting it over here. So Veritemp 1.1. Harrison Jones, you are there. You're just hiding. Alright. Shaking a little bit. I don't know why. This is what I'm saying. It's like I shouldn't get myself so worked up or interested in, like, it's just one game out of many.